Hey G Squad, welcome back to an episode of Is It Worth It? So today's episode right there is cool, amazing product right here in my hand. If you can see, basically what it is a dryer that you can use to dry your shoes, your gloves, basically anything that you want to dry up, you guys can put it in here. So all you guys really need to do is just stick it into one of these right here, so that way you can dry up your product. But first thing first, let me actually open the product to see what it actually looks like and what comes out the package first. Alright, so when you guys open the product itself, this is what it looks like inside. So they provide you guys a little user manual right here to teach you guys how to use it and all the different warnings and whatnot. And then right there is the actual product itself. So let's take it all out first. So it looks like they provide you guys an accessory that you can use to extend it. And right here is another accessory that you can put onto the product itself. So that way you can make it longer, so you can put in like your snow boots in here, or like maybe you guys have like a really long boots, like your rain boots or something, you guys can stick it in here as well. But last but not least, we have the actual product itself right here. So let me actually open it up and see what it looks like. So this is basically what the product looks like right here. So they have the logo right here, there's the on and off button right here, and this is also the timer right here that's in set. So there's off right here, and the highest is 180 minutes. So that's roughly around 3 hours maximum. So depending on how long you guys want to use it for, that's how you guys determine right here. And then the bottom is also another activation button right here. So once you guys turn on the button right here, then it will actually start heating up the product and start drying off your shoes or garments, your gloves, or whatever you guys gonna put in here. And I feel like on the side right here and right here, these are like the fan to help circulate the product itself, so that way it won't overheat when you guys use it to dry off your shoes or whatever. And then the cable that they use right here, so it's a US plug right there if you can see. On the bottom there's not really any anti-skid materials, that way it prevent the product from moving around, but I'm pretty sure you guys won't really move the product too much if you guys apply your like shoe or like glove in here. I feel like it's already heavy enough to hold the product down. But that's basically the overall product itself on what it looks like. Let me actually apply the actual like standard cord and everything to show you guys what it looks like before we try it out. So all you guys really need to do is just put it under here like this. You guys can fit this one right here, or you can put the one in right here as well. So it doesn't really matter which one you guys use it on. And you guys want to put one of these on top right here. So once you guys put in this part right here, you guys can actually put like a longer boot in here or like other stuff, depending on whatever is long enough to fit this product right here. Otherwise, you just use the regular one that's right here. So that's basically what the overall product looks like. If you can see, it looks very, very nice and everything, but obviously we have to try it out for ourselves to see when it actually works first, and then we'll come back and talk more about the product in a second. Alright, so I got the product all set up right here, if you can see. So all we need to do is just turn this knob to activate it, and it depends on if you guys want to use heat or no heat. If you guys don't want any heat, just keep it on here and just turn it on, just like this. So as in here, it's on. And when you guys put your hand right here, it's really cold air. But if I turn on this option right here, it still feels a little bit cold air. But now it's starting to heat up a little bit. It's not like super hot. It's just warm enough to the point where it feels kind of like warm. And now you can start smelling a little bit of the heat in here. Maybe later on when you guys leave it on for a longer period of time, then it's gonna get hotter. So I'm actually turn it off first. And then I'm gonna put in my shoe that we have right here, or a boot. So you guys can either put it in like this if you guys want to like that, or if you guys want to put in the bigger one right here, so you guys can get a better fit like this. So just like that. So you guys have that option to put like that if you guys want to. You guys can do it on either side like this, and you guys can just turn it on to use it, just like this. So let's turn it on again. So right now we have it set at like 120 minutes. So that's around 2 hours. If you guys want to set it longer, you definitely can. It's definitely feeling a lot warmer as well. So I can definitely see how this works really, really well for people who are coming home from like a rainy shower, or maybe just from snowboarding or skiing, and your boot or your gloves are all wet. So I'm just going to leave this for maybe like an hour or so, and then come back and check on it and see how the shoe is feeling in terms of whether or not it's cold, if it's warm, whether or not the inside is dried, or everything. So it just turns off by itself. Let's take off the shoe now and see when it's dry and when it's warm inside. So when we put our hand inside here, you definitely feel that it's warm. Obviously it's dry for this shoe because I don't have it wet or anything, and this is a waterproof shoe, so I don't have to worry about it getting wet. It's just warm to the point where you guys are almost like wearing a glove or something, so that's definitely really nice. Alright, welcome back guys. So now you guys saw the quick test of the product itself. You guys can see it actually does work and works quite well. Obviously you guys can't really see it, but I can feel it on my shoe and everything once I put it on. Like even if you guys are not planning to use this to like dry your shoe or something, you guys can just put your shoe in here to warm it up. So that way you guys can feel warm once you guys head out the door and have a warm shoe instead of like a cold shoe. And since this is a dry or quick dry for your shoe or your products or whatever, That way it's actually really helpful to kind of remove any kind of like odors or like bacteria that grows into your shoe. So that's definitely really cool and super useful because especially for people who sweat a lot, this is actually really helpful. And if you guys wonder how long did it take to fully dry your product, it really depends on like how wet your product is. So obviously if it's like super wet, then it'll probably take a little bit longer than expected, but usually it shouldn't take more than like 1 to 2 hours to fully dry it up. It really just depends on how wet your product is. And I really like how they have the option on the bottom part right here, so you can either use heat or no heat to kind of dry off your shoe. Both of them will work, but it just depends if you guys want to be really hot or like no heat at all and you just want to dry it off. That's up to you guys to decide. But that's basically the overall product itself. Now that we do a quick unboxing and testing the product itself, now to answer the question of whether or not it's actually worth it or not. So for me, honestly, I would definitely have to say that this is worth it if you guys want one and need one of these, especially like how I mentioned earlier. If you guys live somewhere where it's like really cold, or if it's raining, or even if it's snowing, then this is definitely really worth it. So that way you can use it to dry off your shoe, your gloves, your garments, or whatever really quickly. And then that way you guys don't really need to like air dry and leave it out or anything. This way is much easier and much faster as well. But then obviously for those guys who don't want or don't need one or haven't used one of these, then obviously don't buy one and save your money for something else that actually you do need. But other than that, that's pretty much it for quick unboxing and testing on the product itself. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, then make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. And if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, then make sure to click on that bell notification in the bottom to be notified of new videos that will be coming up in the future. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace. And then for today's G Squad fan shout out day we have